These are 5 apps that I really use as a creator that have helped me go full-time on YouTube.
And the last one actually has to do with your car, and it's probably gonna save you a lot of money. I also guarantee that nobody on one of these videos has talked about it before.
Number 1, Blackmagic Cam. And these days, the cameras on these things are just getting better and better. But one thing that really hasn't improved much is the default camera app. I can only speak as an iPhone user, so if there are Android phones out there that have a good camera app, let me know. I'm not aware of those. But Apple tries to make recording as simple as possible for you by doing a bunch of stuff automatically, and that's great for everyday scenarios, but it doesn't give you much control, especially creatively, over the camera on your phone. The Blackmagic app unlocks the full potential of your phone camera. Up at the top, you can change all of your major settings independently, including what lens you're using, frame rate, shutter speed, ISO, white balance, and tint. On the side, you can add frame guides, exposure zebras, false color, and focus guides. This is just massive functionality, even more than I have on my Canon R6 Mark II. It's insane. You can also add stabilization at 3 different levels, create a digital slate for your shot, and control your focus manually. There's also an audio monitor, storage monitor, waveform, and tons more features that I'm not gonna go over in this video because it would take forever. But suffices to say that these are way more than you ever have access to within your default camera app. So if you're a mobile YouTuber shooting on an iPhone or an Android, you need this app. It's free, there's no reason not to have it, and it will improve your filmmaking skills 20, 30, 40-fold. Because even if you upgrade to a mirrorless camera like this or a cinema camera down the line, using the layout and the manual settings of the Blackmagic Cam app is going to directly correlate to how your mirrorless or cinema camera works. So you're gonna know what white balance means, ISO, shutter speed, and you're not gonna have that adjustment from going from everything being automatic on your phone to having to do everything manually on a mirrorless or cinema camera. The next step is a mobile version of my favorite web tool ever, VidIQ. And anybody who says that TubeBuddy and VidIQ are equal hasn't seen the newest updates. You need to watch my video about it. I'll link it in the description or up over here. Anyway, this app is basically just a mobile version of their website, and it has pretty much all of the same tools, which is incredible. VidIQ links directly to YouTube and analyzes your content and your niche to give you personalized recommendations on how to create better content and get more views. In the Optimize tab, it will give you scores on how strong your titles and thumbnails are, and then give you recommendations on how to improve them. The Ideas page gives you video topic ideas that might perform well according to your niche, and then the Create page can take those ideas and make an entire video outline for them. The best feature here, though, is the keyword research tool. I'll put in the keyword title for my video idea, and this tool will let me know how many people are searching for it on the internet and how much competition there is on YouTube surrounding that topic. It then gives me an aggregate score of how well this might perform, and if it's above 70, then it's a go. I'll make a video about it. If it's below, I'll probably shelve it. There's a bunch of other features too, including an AI YouTube coach chat where you can ask any sort of question about your channel or how to improve, and it'll give you a personalized answer based on your unique situation and the type of content you create. It's basically ChatGPT, but directly connected to your channel with knowledge of your content creation styles and niche. Of course, vidIQ's web extension has even more features, but this app is awesome for doing some keyword research or making little changes to SEO when I'm out and about. Unfortunately, this one isn't free. It's included with a subscription to vidIQ, but you can actually try it out for free. I've got a link down below if you want to see whether it's something worth it for you or not. Moving on, we have Epidemic Sound. If you're not familiar, Epidemic is first a website that has a ton of music and sound effects for creators to use in their creations without ever having to worry about copyright claims. Of the 2 major music licensing sites that I recommend, Epidemic is the only one with a mobile app. The main way I use it is to browse music in my free time. So if I'm commuting somewhere and I have some time to kill, I can just browse music and try to find ones that would sound good to use in my video that week. Any changes that you make within Epidemic's app automatically update their website and their plugins, so I can add a song to a playlist here and then drag and drop it right into my timeline from here. Now, when Epidemic heard that I was making this video and I'd be featuring them, they said, hey, we've got something to show everybody. It's super cool, it's new, so now they're sponsoring this portion of the video to tell you about their new voices tool, which is pretty dope. With Epidemic's voices, you can create the perfect voiceover for your content using voices from real professional voice artists.
Using AI, you can have your script performed perfectly by fine-tuning its pacing and language to match whatever style of video you're creating.
Whether that's a promo video, a short film, an ad, you name it. They also have a tool that can turn any song in their library into whatever length you need it to be for your content, which has saved me so much time in editing. I don't have to deal with reverbs and all that crap anymore. It is my #1 selling point for Epidemic and why I think Epidemic is better than every other site right now. And the best thing is you can try it out totally for free. I have a link down in the description below if you're interested. Overall, I think that Epidemic is just an awesome tool. That's why I've been using it for years. That's why they've been a great sponsor of this channel for years, and their companion app simply adds to that. Now, before I talk about an app that has actually saved me a ton of money as a YouTuber, I want to talk about one that is totally free and you probably already have downloaded on your device. And that is Notes. Or for Android users, Google Docs works too. I script all of my videos in Apple Notes. That's what I'm reading right there. Because it's linked to my phone and the computer through the cloud, whenever inspiration strikes or I've got an extra few minutes to write down my script, I can just start working on it. Now that's nothing novel, but the most important feature I use here with this app that streamlines my production massively is the coloring of the text. Apple introduced highlighting into the Notes app finally, like just a few months ago, but honestly, I still kind of don't like it. So what I do is I go onto the Notes app on the Mac, which is strangely much more competent than the Notes app on the phone, and I just change the text color of certain paragraphs of my script, different portions, to different colors. Usually it's like blue, yellow, green, red, really easily differentiable. That's not a word. But anyway, why would I do that? People don't like to look at the same shot every single time. I mean, if I just kept the camera like this the whole 8-minute video, you'd get bored. Each color on my script corresponds to a particular camera setup, whether that's over the desk, at the backdrop, standing up, held vlog style, etc. That way I can film multiple parts of video at once without moving the camera or lights more than a couple of times. You have no idea, but that handheld portion that was before this, I haven't actually even filmed it yet. It's really just some simple Hollywood style non-linear production, but it makes the production process just so much faster.
All of the other apps have been about creativity and YouTube, but this one's different, it's super practical, and it's called MileIQ. As a YouTuber, hopefully you're making money or you plan to start making money from the channel in the future. In that case, you're not only running a YouTube channel, you're also running a business. And that means that any expenses that go toward running this YouTube channel business, you can write off on your taxes. Of course, consult with your CPA, there's technicalities here, this is not tax advice, yada yada. One thing that a lot of creators overlook as expenses are the miles that they put on their vehicle. VidIQ automatically tracks all of your drives and allows you to classify them as either personal drives or business drives that you made for YouTube. Then it gives you a nice little report to show at the end of the fiscal year to prove, yes, I drove these miles and I can write off this amount of expense from my taxes. And believe it or not, the amount that you save is a lot more than you think. From traveling for film shoots to going back and forth from the FedEx store for renting and dropping off or picking up equipment, last year I was able to write off more than $4,700 worth of mileage expense. MileIQ does have a free plan, but it limits you, I think, to 40 drives per month, which is probably not going to be enough. Now, the paid plan, I think, is $750 per month, which is really nothing when you take into consideration that it's going to be saving you potentially thousands of dollars every year on your taxes. MileIQ, I think, is a complete no-brainer, and I wanted to talk about it because I think I could talk about Filmora or CapCut or any of these like editing apps that people aren't going to use, but most people don't know or overlook this side of YouTube content creation, which is the business side. And one way you can save a lot of money every year is just by writing off your mileage. So there you have it. Get the right tools for the job. And if you're curious about that VidIQ thing that I was talking about, you should check out this video up over here where I compare it to TubeBuddy and just show you how freaking powerful it is these days. Peace.